Hi, I'm Daniel Andrews, owner and creator of the DAN Show, and welcome to my latest 2022 NFL preview video. Today, I'm going to go over the Green Bay Packers. Now, if this is your first time here and you like football, hit that subscribe button, join the growing community of football junkies and fans of all 32 NFL teams. Now, here's how my videos work. I start off with 3 things I like about the Green Bay Packers. Then I give you 3 things I don't like. Then I'll break down the schedule, go over the yearly win total odds. And at the end, I reveal if I'm going to put action down on the Green Bay Packers. Let's kick this off. 3 things I like about the Green Bay Packers. The number one thing I like about the Green Bay Packers is quarterback Aaron Rodgers, obviously. Now, I've said this many times before his last 2 MVP seasons that when Aaron Rodgers is at his best, I've never seen a quarterback play better. Bottom line, I've been obsessed with football for over 40 years, and when Aaron Rodgers is at his best, I've never seen a quarterback play better. And then look at his last 2 MVP seasons. He has a touchdown to interception ratio of 85-9. His last 2 seasons put together, that's better 9-1. You can take Patrick Mahomes, his best TD to interception ratio season is 38-6. That's just slightly better than 6-1. Now, Tom Brady had a season where he went 28 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, but his best 2 seasons is 64 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. That's significantly less. Bottom line, I don't think most non-Packer fans realize how good Aaron Rodgers is. I mean, I can make a case that he might be the greatest quarterback to ever play. Second thing I like about the Green Bay Packers is their running back duo. I actually didn't realize A.J. Dillon led the Packers in carries, yards, and rushing touchdowns last year. Now, Aaron Jones missed 2 games last year, but the amount of touches is split evenly. Dillon had 221, Jones had 223. In a win versus the Rams last year, A.J. Dillon had 20 carries and 5 receptions. And then Aaron Jones was second on the team with 52 receptions. And I love the fact that these are 2 completely different types of runners. A.J. Dillon's 250 pounds, big, powerful guy with really good speed. A.J. Dillon's smaller, shiftier, but both these guys are workhorses and both these guys are 3-down backs. I mean, bottom line, they combined for 444 touches, 2,306 yards, and 17 touchdowns. This is one of the best duos in the National Football League, maybe the best duo. The third thing I like about the Green Bay Packers is their linebacking core. Last year, Devondre Campbell came over in free agency and ended up having a monster season. He ended up being named first-team All-Pro. And then you have Rashawn Gary as one of the edge rushers. He's entering year 4, and every year he keeps getting better and better and better. Last year he led the team with 9.5 sacks. He's probably going to hit double digits this year. And then opposite Gary, Preston Smith, who's definitely not a slouch. He had 9 sacks last year. And then when the Packers had to trade Devontae Adams, they used their first-round draft pick on Quay Walker. This kid coming out of Georgia, 6'4", 240, ran a 4.52. Did a little bit of everything at Georgia, and I really thought that coming into the draft, he had to go to the right team, and I think he did in Green Bay, because if he went to a team where he needed to be the guy right away, I think that would be kind of not beneficial to his development. But here in Green Bay, he doesn't have to be the main guy, at least not right away. I mean, he looks like he's going to be the day 1 starter at inside linebacker opposite Campbell, and he can rely on Campbell to grow and develop until he's ready to be the main guy, which he could be sooner than later. The last video I did yesterday, I did with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and I said teams run a 3-4. Tampa Bay had the best 3-4 linebackers. Well, if Walker can translate that athleticism into on-the-field production with Gary's production increasing, it wouldn't surprise me if the Green Bay Packers had the number 2 linebacker unit in 2022, again, for teams that run a 3-4. So just to recap the 3 things I like about the Green Bay Packers, you got Aaron Rodgers, the running back duo, and a really good linebacking unit. Now, 3 things I don't like about the Green Bay Packers. The first thing I don't like about the Green Bay Packers is the wide receiver defections. I mentioned Devontae Adams earlier, but they also lost Marquise Valdez-Scantling, MVS. Out of the Packers combined 593 passing attempts last year, these two players were targeted 224 times. That's almost 40%. And now the Packers did trade up for Christian Watson in the second round. They also drafted a fourth-round pick, Romeo Doubs, who's impressed in training camp so far. But this is a massive loss to overcome, and Rodgers, despite his greatness, is not the easiest to get along with if you're a young wide receiver, especially if you don't know your assignments. Basically, both these rookies plus second-year wide receiver Rodgers are really going to need to step up fast. And the second thing I don't like about the Green Bay Packers is the offensive line injuries. The Packers recently removed David Bakhtiari from the PUP list, and Eldon Jenkins was on it during training camp. And offensive line injuries really sunk this team during the playoffs last year. And if Green Bay is going to win a Super Bowl, these two have got to be healthy during the playoffs. And this was a big issue last year, maybe the main issue in the reason why Green Bay didn't advance in the playoffs and make a Super Bowl. And early on, it really doesn't look like it's gotten any better, which is a major red flag. The third thing I don't like about the Green Bay Packers is since LaFleur's taken over as head coach, Green Bay really seems to fade in the playoffs. Yes, this is really ticky-tacky, and Matt LaFleur, since he's taken over as the Green Bay Packers head coach, is 39-10 during the regular season, and that winning percentage is an all-time NFL best, but he's 2-3 in the playoffs, including 2-2 at Lambeau Field. Now, anything less than a Super Bowl berth is really going to be considered a bad year for the Green Bay Packers. Aaron Rodgers turns 39 in December. Who knows how long he's going to play. Green Bay is one of those few teams in the NFL that's Super Bowl or bust. And with all of LaFleur's regular season success, this year it really needs to translate into the playoffs. The difference is between Green Bay and the other NFC teams that are in Super Bowl or bust mode is that I could see Green Bay making some really drastic changes in the offseason. Plus, you have no idea what Aaron Rodgers is going to do or how long he's going to stay. So just to recap the three things I don't like about the Green Bay Packers, you have wide receiver losses, offensive line injuries, and during the 3 years LaFleur has been head coach, they've had a playoff fade. So now I'm going to go over the schedule, the yearly win total odds, and then I'm going to reveal if I'm going to put action on the Green Bay Packers. The Packers start off with 2 out of their first 3 games on the road. And now their first 2 opponents are divisional opponents, but they're against teams with brand new first-time head coaches, so a nice little advantage there. Week 3, you travel to Tampa Bay. That's going to be a tough one. Week 5 is a London game with no bye afterwards, but week 6 you do host the Jets at home, so even though week 5's in London, week 6 is still a winnable game. Weeks 7 through 9 are on the road with a really tough game, week 8 at Buffalo. Then you get 2 consecutive home games, including hosting Tennessee on Thursday night. Now, week 11, Philly plays Sunday, so you're going to get a few extra days rest before you travel to Philly. Then you get a late season bye, week 14. I love a late season bye, especially for a team like Green Bay. Then after the bye, you host the Rams on Monday night. Now, the Rams week 14 play on Thursday, so you're going to get several extra days rest before you play the Rams at home. A real nice advantage. And last year, Green Bay was 8-0 at home, including beating the Rams. So that week 15 home game is really key. It could be for home field advantage. When I look at this schedule, the 2 road games that stand out are week 3 at Tampa Bay and week 8 at Buffalo. Now, personally, I think it's a little unrealistic to expect back-to-back undefeated seasons, but the last 3 years, Green Bay has been 22-2 at Lambeau during the regular season. So I'd be really shocked if they didn't win 6 or 7 games at home, and I really think that they win 6 or 7 games on the road. I actually have week 15 as a Packer win, and if they can stay relatively injury-free, I could see 12 to 14 wins, possibly a 15-2 season. And Barstool and Caesars both have the exact same thing. Basically, they have over and under 11 wins at negative 110. So whether you're betting over or under, you get the same odds. And I always tell people the same exact thing. When you bet on football, look for trends. And 3 straight 13-win seasons is a trend. Now, losing MVS and Devontae Adams will hurt, but is it going to hurt 3 extra losses hurt? I really don't think so. So I really like the Packers over 11. This is probably going to be a bet. It's probably going to be a small bet. Because over 11 wins is still pretty difficult. I mean, you got to get to 12, but considering they've won 13 the last 3 years, I do like this bet. Now, what they do in the playoffs, who knows? But again, this is my opinion. This is what I think. I really want to hear from you. Drop a comment below, and let's talk football. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Like the video, give me a thumbs up, and ring the bell. That way you're notified every time I come out with a new video. Tomorrow, I'm going to preview the San Francisco 49ers, so I will see you tomorrow.